There's a planetary alignment happening on the 25th of January this week. And the reason why you're not hearing so much about it is because the elites understand the significance of this particular timeline. Here is the thing. Remember when Jesus was born, who led the wise men to the manger? They say it's the stars. The Bible was trying to send you a coded message about the stars. We live in an holographic universe. Everything is connected. I want you to think of the stars as your rich auntie. And your rich auntie is now in town. You can literally have anything you want. This is the week whereby you can square with life. That is how significant this moment is. But how many people are even aware of it? This is a gift that's given to everybody. But I feel like those people who are spiritually inclined understand this better. So for example, when I read this article, I was mind blown because I had already tapped into this energetically in a spiritual essence without even reading it first. Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, and even the moon is joining the dance. That is gonna be a whole set of planets that you can see with your naked eye on 25th of January. This is something that doesn't even happen in hundreds of years. So we are so lucky to experience this in our lifetime. But more so, I want you to think of it as harmonic convergence. Most people are going to simply see stars aligning in one row in the sky. If you're someone who is spiritually inclined, you understand it's not just stars aligning. You understand it's energy. It's energy being harmonized. So the planets are coming together in an harmonized form. Who do you think they're harmonizing for, if not you and I? This is the week to connect authentically with who you are at the core, because that is what's going to be enhanced. This is the week for you to stamp authority in any particular field you want to master. This is the week to have anything that you want out of life. But how do you arrive here? First of all, you've got to figure ways to connect back with your true identity. This might look like prayer if you're someone who is prayerful. This might look like grounding yourself with Mother Earth. This might look like spending time in water to help cleanse. This might look like gazing into the sun. But you've got to find a way to connect beyond yourself. You need to connect with the oneness. You need to connect with that universal, with that quantum field that we are all a part of. Because this is a chance for you to build new energetic blocks, new relationships, new networks, new avenues to scale yourself, your business, or your life. This is also the week when if you feel the urge to do something, please follow those natural prompts, because that is the universe intuitively guiding you on your next path. Remember, what you can see from your eyes at the moment is very limited, but your higher self has a bigger, vivid version. So connect to that higher self. Another aspect that I want to train you is learn to form genuine connections with non-human elements. A lot of you are limiting themselves because we were brought up in this education system that classify things as living and non-living. And a lot of you are depressed or having anxiety because you only use humans as a support system. And that is where your problems begin. Because humans are feeble. They're just feeble like you are. But once you learn to connect yourself to higher energetic center, once you learn to connect yourself to God, to the God within you, to that God, to that greater energy, to the universal field, I promise you, you can even go through life alone, but you'll never be lonely. Because when you go to the waters talk to you. When you step on earth, earth says hello. Every morning, the sun rays find you. So for example, I love it when the sun rays find me in bed. Sometimes I wonder how they even manage to penetrate. But we are besties. What I'm trying to teach is you've got to figure a way to form connections with non-human elements. I, for example, have a very peculiar habit. I'd always ask to enter the ocean, for example, and the ocean will respond by allowing me in. I'll always say hi to the first tree whenever I'm getting into a forest. And the trees will guide me along my path. One time I was caught, it was raining. It was raining so bad, and I was in the forest. I'd gone for my usual hike. And the trees nudge me. They're like, you've got to take 2 steps back and look on your right. You'll find somewhere a shelter. And I was expecting to find a physical shelter, only to find a tree in the middle of the forest when it's raining, that there's literally no rain coming down on. And you'd think that it's because it will have the canopies, right? That is how science explains it. No, this was a tree that barely had leaves. I've never been able to say that story. I've never been able to tell anybody that. But those are some of the essence, the kind of experiences I get to have that I can't tell to a fellow human being, because my relationships go beyond a relationship with just a human being. How grounded are you? So, for example, I read this article about the planetary alignments, but the truth is, I already felt the energetic shift within me. Can we go back to our spiritual essence? I digress. This week, nothing is impossible this week. Only you set the standards for what you think is possible or not. Go for it. Let me know what you think.